in beautiful Las Vegas. What's up, everybody? Lem Sway!
Thank you. Allow me to make this official. Las Vegas, Nevada, Jensen and Jared Padalecki. How about it, gentlemen?
Go ahead. Thank you. How's that for an intro? Hi, guys. Welcome to Las Vegas. Who's local? Who's first time? It's not my first time. Very excited to be here. Happy that we've started airing again. Had some cool episodes. Regarding Dean.
What about him?
Never mind. It was a joy to write all the post-it notes. I never stay on set with the lighting, but I was like, a lamp, another lamp, artwork, coffee, ouch, hot, no touching. Anyway,
That's right, it said no touchy.
it's an ouch, hot, no touching.
The another lamp got me, because I went to do some ADR or something while he was doing all that stuff, unbeknownst to me. And then I walked back on stage, and I walk up set, and I'm just like, what in the hell? And then I saw lamp, another lamp. Point, Jared.
Well, before we just waste our time talking about post-it notes, let's get to some audience questions. I think you guys have been standing up and waiting. How are you?
Good. Hi.
Hi.
First of all, Jared, I just wanted to say my sister says she loves you. She's a Gilmore Girls fan, although she's Team Jess, but she loves you. Second of all, he said you did such a great job in last week's episode, and we all just want to say that we love you, and I think you speak for all of us, or I speak for all of us when I say that you deserve an Emmy for that scene.
You talking about the scene with the bunny?
Anyways, my question.
Ooh, fun fact, there were two bunnies, they brought them on set, they were actually named Sam and Dean. Sorry to interrupt. Thank you for the compliments, and I think your sister has great taste in Team Jess.
Anyways, sorry. My question is, well, there have been a lot of like major guest stars on the show, like for example Bella, who's Lauren Cohen, she's on The Walking Dead, along with Jeffrey Dean Morgan. We have like Finn Wolfhard, who's in Stranger Things. And my question is just how have you guys ever like talked to them outside of the show, like from what they're doing now, and like discuss like, oh my God, remember when we were on this episode and how was that?
Remember when we gave you your start? I kid. Jeffrey Dean gave us our start, really.
I don't like to talk to people. I just don't like people. Just teasing.
Unless they're writing post-it notes, and then all day.
Then I'll be there.
Yeah.
It's. I was going to describe it one way. We are friendly, but we're so busy. We don't see our families, and a lot of them live in Los Angeles. So, but even like with Milo right now, Team Jess, and Sterling, kind of started on Supernatural. And so I'm thrilled for him, yeah. And we saw each other during the Pop Fest because he was there and he texted me and was like, hey, get up. But I go to LA twice a year. So I don't really see a lot of them often, but we certainly keep in touch. And if they're going to be in town, if Jeffrey Dean's in town or something else, Sebastian.
Yeah, kind of the crazy thing about our industry is we'll work with someone, we'll have a great working relationship that'll translate into off screen and having a great friendship with these people, but then they kind of go away. You don't talk to them for a long time, you don't see them for a long time, but it truly is great. It's one of the reasons why we love doing these so much, because we get to see people that we probably wouldn't see normally. And it's just great to kind of surround ourselves with those kinds of people, those talented people. We get inspired by them. It gives us fuel, much like we get from you guys. You know, we do stay in contact with a few, but when we get to see them and it's unexpected at a place like Pop Fest, or if we're doing some publicity, or if we're down in LA or New York or something, and we get to run into those people, it's a big hug fest. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My question is, in the episode of First Blood, the recent Prison Break episode, how were Sam and Dean going to decide which one of them died?
How dare you? I think,
Not rock, paper, scissors.
nope. I think Dean probably understands that he's beyond his prime.
And Sam understands that he's subprime.
I think, for the sake of the show, for timing, they had to cut a lot of the looks that we had to each other, but the way we played it on the day was that we were both going to offer ourselves. We both did offer, it's going to be me, it's going to be me. It was hard to cut, I suppose, just because cutting timing, you had to kind of cut some of the looks. So the looks that we had to each other were more like, it's been a good run, but you know, you got to carry on. And before, obviously, Mom did her bit. Yeah.
Thank you. It was a great episode.
Thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Charlotte. I'm coming from France. So a long drive and fly to see you.
Très bien.
Bonsoir. Bonjour.
I was wondering if you had a question about your character. You always wanted to be asked, you are expecting to be asked, and you will never ask the question. What would be the question and what would be the answer?
Is that like a French riddle? So if we were allowed to ask our characters a question,
What question would you have you always waited or wanted to be asked that you never have? What is that question? And then what is the answer?
très bien. I'll let him go first.
En français? Ouais? Ouais? What is? I know there's probably one or two that I've been like, I can't believe we've never been asked, or I've never been asked. But they're not coming to me right now.
I think probably, I know that for Sam, and probably for Dean as well, I would love to ask Sam if he, at the bottom of his heart, wishes his life were normal. You know, like he fought to have a girlfriend and go to college and stuff like that. And I know he was working towards that for a long time. I don't know what the answer is. I leave it up to the writers, I suppose, because I'm only paid to talk. Not to think, thank God. But I think it's really interesting to me to see the juxtaposition kind of where Sam thought his life was going to be and where it actually is. It's kind of funny, and having been in Vegas and been in public with human beings for a couple days, I was at a blackjack table.
We're all
Have you been to
actually
Vegas
robots.
without human beings?
Yeah.
Robot Mike?
Well, that's probably the question I would ask yourself. Is how did that happen?
I wasn't here as Sam. It's yours, Jared. It's Jared. .com.
Did you? Oh my gosh, he went to Jared. Did you say yes?
Yeah, dude, went to Jared, of course. Has anybody ever gone to Jared? What did you say?
Je ne comprends pas.
Pardonnez-moi. Sorry, yeah, that's probably the question I would ask.
Have you ever been to Jared?
Yeah. Duh. No. If Sam wished that life would be.
I envision you driving by and seeing the giant Jared, just going like, that's right. You know it.
Damn right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, merci.
Yeah, if the question comes to my mind, I'll go to Jared.
And I'll be here. Thank you so much.
Merci beaucoup. Hello.
Hi. Okay, so when you take your jeans out of the dryer and they're a little tight, and you kind of jig to get them up.
Excusez-moi, this is the question. Pay attention.
Did you say you have to jig to get them up?
Yeah.
What does a jig look like? Damn, girl!
So, can you just show us what that
That was his impression of me jigging. Here's my impression of him jigging. It's a great jig.
Ça va? Tout bien?
Bob, very Bob. Thank you very much. And thanks to yours.
Richard's fate feels my pain. It's not an easy bow-legged jig.
How are you?
However, if I didn't have jeans on, I'd be 3 inches shorter. So what happens is I pull it up and it just straightens out my legs a bit. And if I wasn't bow-legged at all, I'd be taller than this one. However, Texas comes in different sizes.
Hi there, buddy.
Hey, little guy. You standing there this whole time?
4.
And is last.
So anyway, my question is,
Already dropping the mic.
my question is, what do you think is in store for the future of the show? Like, what direction do you think you're taking?
You know what?
That's a great question.
That's a great question, buddy. Thank you for getting up and waiting in line to ask it. My opinion is that the way I kind of view this show, which is something that I've kind of come to terms with and learned to accept and enjoy, is that I really don't know what's coming next. And that might sound like an easy answer, but I really enjoy, as an actor, kind of living life like Sam lives his life. I don't know what the next job is. I don't know what the next city is we're going to be in. I don't know if it's going to be a shifter or a Rougarou or a demon or a ghost or a goblin, whatever. So we have amazing writers, and they work long hours to bring us a show that is neat and keeps me on my toes. And so I'm excited to go on the journey with you and with everybody in this audience and with this guy.
Hello. So I grew up in San Antonio. We actually live. So I live about an hour outside of Austin now. So me and my family super excited about the brewery and the beer company.
Where are you?
Cibolo. Yeah. So my question is, the beer that y'all are gonna be putting out, what's it going to be compared to other beers? Is it going to be like a Dos Equis?
Better.
I'm a Dos Equis girl, so it's like that. Just how we've been all curious about it.
It's a craft brewery, so it'll be many different styles of craft beer. We'll probably have anywhere.
Arts and craft.
Yes.
Putting paste in it.
You've been coloring me mine, just like that. Apparently nobody's been there.
You've been there?
No, I actually haven't been there. But my daughter has, and I have a cool coffee mug now. It's so much like a lot of craft breweries. There's a lot of different styles within. It's all different styles, ranging from lagers to ales, saisons, sours. We'll probably have at any given time probably about 12 beers on tap at the brewery, and we'll probably be distributing about half a dozen different styles.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you.
It's saison. Saison, not saison. There's a
I would
French.
say it says on.
There's somebody from France in the audience.
French.
French. How are you?
Hi, I'm.
There's somebody France in the audience.
I said from. What do you call somebody from Belgium?
Where are they?
Still in Belgium.
Belgian.
It's Belgish, dude. Belgium. How are you?
Hi, I'm great right now. I'm around. Hi, it's great talking to you guys. My question is, throughout Supernatural, there's a lot of funny moments throughout the show, but I really want to know, for each of you, what's been the hardest scene to film? Got you thinking.
Well,
Yeah,
because
go easy on us.
Sorry.
it's there's a lot of different varieties of difficulty. There's physically difficult, there's emotionally difficult, there's just one of the things I did not like at all was shooting a scene with 60,000 bees in a room the size of a closet.
I I see that.
So that was difficult, because it wasn't about like, okay, when they yell action, I'll just say my lines in character. Because all you're thinking of is, when am I going to get stung and how bad is it going to hurt? And where is it going to be? And yeah. Anyway, there's when Dean gets dragged out by the hellhounds. That was I showed up that day and my entire wardrobe had plumbing in it, because when the invisible claws ripped the shirt, then they had to actually lay there's a tube going down my leg and it was running off the side of the set, and a guy with a giant plunger full of blood, then just and then gurgling like in my but then I had to shoot that for 6 hours. So and as I'm sure most of you know, it's not real blood. It's I know.
What?
They don't make you use real blood?
Well, now they do, because I'm method. But it was corn syrup, which after a while just hardens and becomes sticky, and you just feel like a giant Tootsie Roll. So that was difficult. I didn't like that. Talking about my experience in hell with Sam and getting all emotional, I didn't like that either.
Have you liked any scenes?
No. I don't like what's happening right now.
You know, also, he's right. What also is, any scene where you get shot or stabbed sucks. Like Red Meat, when Sam gets shot, Red Meat, it's called Red Meat? Yep. Yes. It was really difficult, because you're sitting there and it's 11 p.m. and then it's midnight, that's 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and they keep having to put more corn syrup, fake blood on. But as he was talking, I got thinking, I think the most difficult stuff for me to ever do was when I had to play opposite myself, like whether it was Hell Sam or Soulless Sam or whatever it was, because your head spins. You're like, wait a second, so I'm reacting as Sam right now, but I'm talking to Soulless Sam or whatever, and we're circling each other, and that gets kind of difficult. And I like acting with a person that is not me, because it brings out different aspects of the scene that I might not have understood or expected. So with yourself, you're like, well, I know what I'm going to do, so it's going to not change very much. So for me, that was difficult.
I'm not saying this for an I literally mean this. Think about it. I think the most difficult scene for he and I will be our last.
That will be for everyone here too.
The whole day is just going to be a write-off.
It's going to be like, it's our last Monday ever. Yeah.
But not coming anytime soon, so...
Thank you.
I have 8 children, and I've made it my lot in life to. You guys gotta catch up to me.
That's 4. And Liz is gonna kick your ass.
I have 6 girls and 2 boys. So I
6 girls?
6 girls.
What are their ages?
They range from 31 to 12.
They go backwards?
The youngest is 12.
What are their names?
They're named Danielle, Jacob, Hannah, Laura, Brooke, Brandon, Lindsay, and Katie. And Laura is here in the audience, and I just thoroughly embarrassed her. My question is, as you put yourselves together,
Liz, you're awesome.
It's 8. I have 8.
Real quick. Go.
Maki, Ricky, Danny, Terry, Mikey, Davey, Timmy, Tommy, Joey, Robbie, Johnny, and Brian. For those who've seen Good Will Hunting too many times.
Well, that is crazy.
question is, have you embarrassed your children in anything?
Mine are still a little too young, but don't you worry.
Yeah.
My daughter's not going to have it easy.
My almost 5, Tom, who's almost 5, he'll be 5 next month. He's funny because he loves to play, and if you give him a funny face or something that would be embarrassing, he likes to make funny faces back. But Shep is so, he just turned 3, and he's so himself. And for the last year, like, he doesn't want you to see him smile. So if you make him laugh, he does like this. Like he'll contort his face so that you don't see that he's enjoying himself. And I guess that's how Jen was as a kid. Like, she was too kind of cool for school to go like, oh, I'm enjoying this. So Shep will just be like, and so I think Shep has been embarrassed by everything I've ever done. And Tom, I think, is probably a bit too young, but yeah, I can't wait.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
My goodness. I don't have 8 friends.
Hi. Okay, so this question is more for Jensen.
Thank God.
But you can listen. But wait. It's about you too. Okay, so last year I got a Always Keep Fighting tattoo, and last night my daughter and I went and got a tattoo that says "I wish for this." So it's from Misha. And so my question for Jensen is, what should I do my next tattoo? If you have like a saying or something, because the next thing you say, I'm going to tattoo on my arm.
There comes a time in every woman's life when she must do what she thinks is necessary to deem the impossible for those who have yet unto this very day become one with the lovely things which we hold dear.
That's why we do it. That's why we do it.
Just right on the back.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Have you ever thought about
Giant panther or tiger. The lion. Just a lion head. A bear. Just like a great white. Right up the leg. And it just says, run away.
swim away? Have you ever thought about getting a tattoo of something that was a saying?
No. No. But.
He went to Jared.
He went to Jared.
It'd be funny. If I had a bunch of tattoos, I always thought it'd be funny to get one that said "No regrets," or it's spelled wrong, but do it on purpose. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I would do that. But I would do that.
There is a saying that I wrote down, and I actually keep it on a picture next to my kids, and it says, "Taking care of yourself takes care of more than just yourself." There you go.
Can you do it in less words? Can you do it can you say it in less words? Because that's going to take a lot of space.
Nope.
I hope the tattoos don't hurt too much, guys. Hi.
Hi.
My question is, if you had one question or statement that no fan would ever say or ask you to do, what would that be?
If there was a question or statement that a fan would never...
like some people say, put your beanie on, take your beanie off, or, what would you not want someone to ask, a fan to ask?
I got one.
Take your pants off.
Yeah.
No, I know the question.
Challenge accepted.
The question is, when your jeans come out of the dryer, low-hanging fruit, that's all that is.
Watch your mouth, there are kids in the room.
No.
I can't say it. Your children are
Yeah, any kind of disrobing, but that's easily shut down. I'm trying to think of something that you could do to be like, oh, okay.
That's a good question.
Eiffel Tower.
The beanie?
Yeah.
Yeah. For those who don't know, like sometimes at cons I'll wear a beanie. I wear a beanie in real life, and so what was always neat to me about coming to these, it's not a tweet. But I like being here as Jared, not as Sam. You know, my opinion is that if y'all want to watch Supernatural, you can watch Supernatural. But here I'm me, and you're you, and that's great, amazing. So yeah, thank you. So sometimes when I'm in one of those beanie moods, I just like to wear it. And so for me, I think of it like as article of clothing. So somebody asks me to take off my beanie, it's like me saying, hey, take your pants off. But I put these pants on, like, so it sounds silly. Maybe it's a bit ridiculous, but yeah, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't do anything that would disrespect my wife and my kids. Not that I feel like a fan would ask me to do something, but I think for me that's pretty obvious, right?
Yeah, I have no problem embarrassing myself, as long as I'm not disrespecting someone. Thank you.
Challenge accepted.
Hi. So, you hear as
I saw you on the thing. I was like, I'm watching you right there.
I'll try not to. So you hear a lot of actors that don't like to watch themselves back in their films or TV shows. So I was wondering how you feel watching yourself back on Supernatural, whether you get critical or you learn from it, or whether you just feel like we all do and think, wow, what a great TV show.
I just watched last episode on my travels here, and I watch it more just so I can see what the final product ends up being. Because when you're filming it, you do several takes of something, or and you're not there to see some of the other stuff that you're not involved with get filmed. I just like to see how it all gets put together and how the final package looks.
I think also as a director, you have an interest in seeing different angles and stuff. Because what's funny is, for me, I don't like watching. He's a director, right? So I think he also likes seeing different ways different people direct. I don't like it. I like the show, but famously, like my favorite episode is probably Death's Door, because I wasn't in it a lot, and I got to watch it, be a fan of like Bobby Singer and Rufus, and go like, oh my god, and Sam and Dean were in it. But I was watching it going like, this is a really good show we get to be on. Both were watching it. We were filming, and then we'd have a pause in our trailers and like run back when they called cut and watch, and then go like, okay, they're ready for you on set. Pause, like run back in, and like it brought me so much pride to go like, what a cool thing I get to be part of. And I'll watch now with social media and stuff. I like to watch because it feels like I'm communicating with fans. I think it's like behind the scenes stuff. I think it's neat. I've always enjoyed like the special features on DVDs and stuff like that. So I like offering a little insight, I guess.
You enjoy your insight, so.
Thank you. Well, it's so funny because for me, I go to work all the time. And so people are like, oh yeah, I would be in Vancouver. I'd love to see set. I'm like, really? Like, wouldn't you rather just like go around Vancouver or drive to Whistler or something? And people like coming to set. And for me, it's lost on me, which sucks, right? Like, I feel gratitude for being able to work, but after a while, it's your job, right? A job I love. But you're like, you want to come to set? Why would you want to come to set? Like, all we're doing is acting and stuff. But then when people like my family comes, I'm like, yeah, you're right. This is really cool and neat. And to see all these workers kind of working in concert to make a product that'll last longer than we'll live is really neat. Yeah, thank you.
I was wondering if the beer on the set is a prop label or a real Canadian label, and when Winchester's ever think of producing their own beer so me and my brother can enjoy cold one on the hunt.
I love that.
Well, the labels are fabricated by our production designing team. They'd have to get clearance, and they'd have to, it'd be a whole legality thing with an actual company. So those are just fake labels. What they usually do is they'll buy. They'll buy, because they're not legally allowed to give us alcoholic beer on set. Those sometimes we swap them. But so they'll get a non-alcoholic beer, just peel the labels, soak the labels, peel them off, and slap the fake ones on. And then regarding the real beer, yes, and it's called Family Business Beer Company, coming to you soon, probably May.
I remember the time when we were shooting the Christmas episode. No, we're not even having a Christmas episode. We were shooting House of the Holy, Touch Angels, whatever it's called. Touch House of the Holy. It was like it got renamed like 15 times in the writing. Remember the Angel episode, the first one ever, where
we've had a few.
I know. It's season 2. Where like
Houses of the Holy.
Houses of the House of the Holy.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. Anyways, there's a scene where Dean comes in and he's all stressed out, and Sam's there, and Dean hands him a flask, and they each kind of take a pull off it. And Kim Manners was directing. Rest in peace. Yeah, and so Jensen, I guess, took the flask back to his trailer and came in. You know, they call action, and he comes in and does his acting, and I do my acting, and I'm like, that is actual Jack Daniels. So then Kim Manners comes in, he's like, cut, okay, hey, this line, blah, 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 and we're kind of like chuckling. He's like, what are y'all laughing at? And we hand him the flask, and he's like, smells it, takes a drink, he's like, you effing idiots. Just hands it back to us. We kept working. I mean, it wasn't like we were getting slaughtered or something. But just his face was like,
we're pretty well behaved, but not all the time. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Well, thank you. I'm looking forward to that cold one.
Hey, thank you.
Cheers, brother.
Hi.
Hi, guys. So I was just curious if you have had any prop or wardrobe malfunctions while on set.
I have one on gag reel. My pants split open. Woo! You had wardrobe malfunctions?
Wardrobe malfunctions.
The later
That's a prop.
I've had a lot of prop malfunctions. In fact, I've gotten. I'm thinking like, oh yeah, I've actually gotten hurt several times by some of the firearms we used. The very first one was was it Wendigo? When I was pulling the rifle out of the trunk. I think it was Wendigo. So
Wendigo?
I think so. So I go to pull a long gun out, and
long gun, pineapple gun.
I went to pull it out, and the the stock of the gun caught the lip of the trunk, and then the tip of the barrel just went and hit me right above my eye, and that was a close call. I mean, it split me open, but it could have been worse. And then another one, it was your gun, it was your 9.
Don't blame me.
Well, it was, because I don't usually handle that gun, because it sucks. So I was chambering, I was clearing all the rounds out of it, and just before they yelled, it was literally like, and lock it up. I was like, and action, and the meat of my finger snapped into the receiver, and I was like, and I just yanked it out, and then just looked down, and there was just a flap, and I was like, well, I'll just hold it here until the end of the scene. And then I looked down, and my hands all bloody. I'm like, well, I can't really hide that. Like, somebody give me a Band-Aid, and then in Frontierland, the Colt, when I got in the showdown, if you guys remember that. Well, that gun was specifically built for our show, so it's not like a manufactured, you know, machine built. It was a hand-built gun, so the action on it was pretty stiff, and I had to, they call it fanning the hammer, and what they do that is it was a very, very sharp-edged hammer on that gun, and so I did it once, and just the first time it just sliced me right open. And we had a gun tech on set that day. He walks over and he goes, "Let me see," because he just knew from my face that I did something. He goes, "Let me see." He looked at my hand and goes, "Well, you got gunslinger's palm now." I'm like, "What does that mean?" He's like, "Well, the bad news is we gotta go again." And I was like, "We do, don't we?" "Yep." So I had to do it again on the open wound. And then we still didn't get it, so I had to do it a third time on the open wound. By then I was just like digging a gash in my hand. So those were some pretty memorable malfunctions, and really just user problems, I think. But yeah, we have such an amazing crack team of wardrobe and props, and all the departments are, it's such a well-oiled machine that if there is a mistake or there is a problem or something does arise, it gets handled pretty quickly and pretty professionally. So.
Awesome. I work in wardrobe for one of the shows here in Vegas, so I appreciate that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hi. If you guys could be reincarnated into anything in your next life, super famous actors off the table, what would it be and why?
Rob Benedict. Because I want to stand up here with these guys all the time. In all honesty, I would probably say musician. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be fun, musician. But I don't want to copy.
But like a successful one, not one that like
struggling,
doesn't get to play because they suck.
But a good musician.
Like a good musician, one that actually gets to perform for people and they like it.
The what?
What? You are a good musician. No, I just play one on stage.
I think I'm going to say this knowing that I still might have an opportunity to do it. I would love to be a teacher. You are a teacher.
I learn from you daily.
I'm ditto. I was a good math student in school, and I think
You're a great math student.
Hey, you take it easy. Take it easy. I think math, because I think I understand it at a level where I can help explain it to people. It can be very tutor me. I would love to. I love it. I enjoy it.
I got those three.
You know college algebra?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I do now.
I know I have a job when the show ends. Yeah, teacher.
Bring on the multivariable calculus.
Yeah, thanks so much. How are you, brother?
Hi guys, thanks for being here. This weekend being Valentine's gift for my wife, it's everything we could have asked for and more, so thank you guys, and thank everybody. My question is regarding that episode where you guys go through the time-dimensional thing and you're actually playing your real selves. And it's my favorite episode, and there's things in there that I say is like a peek behind the curtain. And I want to know fact or fiction on a couple of them, because it portrays you guys as bickering with each other, and we, as fans, like to think that the stars of our shows are a big family, and they all get along. And you guys both being from Texas, I like to think that that's probably, a dynamic that makes you guys maybe a little closer than most. So one is, would you describe your relationship as brotherly? Two, that huge portrait of you and Genevieve, is it real? And what about the llamas?
It's an alpaca, dumbass.
I stand corrected.
To quote my wife.
Yes, that photo is real, and I have it hanging in my garage.
I do.
No, you actually do have it.
I do have it in my garage.
Yeah, the art department made that up.
Yeah, that was all made. I don't have a tanning bed in my home. That's not my home. We don't have. We don't have alpacas. I think it was more than.
Dude, that's next though. You've already got chickens.
I do have chickens. And goats and pigs in the way I do. Yes.
And then to answer the first part of your question, yes, this is one of my best friends in the world. I don't think we'd be doing what we do, both here and on the show, as long as we have been doing it, if we weren't real life buddies. So
I think our wives and kids are walking Zilker Park right now or something. They were. Our
wives and kids are hanging out right now. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty gross, but a cool blessing. As far as all the actor stuff, like being jerks on set and having alpacas and stuff like that, that was more kind of
making fun of the industry.
Making fun of the industry and fun of people who kind of choose bizarre. These are the albino dolphins at the Galapagos Islands, and I'm whatever going to. So I think it was more just making fun of.
I want to see those. Yeah. I want to ride one. Will broomstick count?
As far as the paintings, the Warhol-esque paintings of Jen and Jared both got auctioned for charity, years back in Vancouver, right? But the one that was in my office of me riding a horse, I have it. It's in my garage. I don't know what to do with it. I was like, guys, you're obviously, because a lot of the stuff that they use, beds, lamps, tables, all that stuff, just goes back to storage because we can use it again. The medical desk in the coroner's office that we used in episode 1, we're going to use it again in episode 9. We go to a different coroner's office, but those, I knew that they weren't going to be in the background of another scene sometime in Supernatural. So I asked for them. I was like, I want it so bad. And so Jerry Warnock gave it to me. And I took it home and was like, what am I going to do with this? I don't want to have a.
So he put it up in his office, and now he just sits there with whiskey and a cigar and stares at it.
Yeah, it's in my garage hiding. Yeah, and thanks a bunch.
Hi guys, it's the tall girls again.
You ain't so tall.
Yeah. I'm not.
She ain't so tall either.
Yes. So I was just wondering, I may or may not be kind of a hopeless romantic. How did you guys know that your wives were the one? Like, was there a moment and you were just like, oh my gosh?
Yeah, but they're minors.
You're on timeout.
I think, you know, there's not really a moment, but I think he and I have very special, and I'll speak for him as well, because I know his wife. He and I think when we met our girlfriends, Daniil and Jen, when they were our girlfriends, I think they didn't give two SHITs about our money, our fame. They teased us about it. You know what I mean? Like Jen was like, I don't care that you're on TV. Cool, I was on TV too. Like, I'm not impressed, you know? And I was like, And I know Daniil as well, as a fellow actress and whatnot. She was like, listen, I'm either gonna love you or not. I don't care that you're an actor. I don't care that you're successful. Like, either we're gonna get along or not, but I'm not gonna treat you like you're some god.
I don't care what you are, I care who you are.
Right. Yeah. So I think it was the same with us. And they're both like Italian, and they would call us on our, you know, if we got a little hokey pokey, they'd be like, okay, you're not cool. Like, enough. You're like, okay, you're right, I'm not cool. That was
Thank you.
Thank you.
I knew because Daniil looked at me and she's like, you about ready to lock this up? So I went to Jared. Truth.
Hashtag truth. How are you?
Hi, good, how are you?
Awesome.
I'm Grace, nice to meet you.
Jared.
Figured.
Jensen, Billy, Norton, Borja.
Okay, so I would just like to start off by saying, Jared, it would be extremely wonderful if you didn't fall off a chair and hurt yourself before the end of the show.
Too late.
Good point. Thank you. Point taken.
So I am a theater major at the Las Vegas Academy of the Arts, and ever since I was practically in the womb, I have been like wanting to be like an actress on film and TV, and I was just wondering how you guys got your start, and if you have any acting advice for young actresses and actors like moi.
Oh, en français. I've said this often. I did acting in school, though not in college because I ended up doing Gilmore Girls. Gilmore Girls. The real dean.
Yeah, a show called Gilmore Girls.
I was really lucky and fortunate in school to really start to care about the craft more than the outcome of the craft, you know. I was going to be an engineer in school. I was going to go do the math route, and my hope was to continue acting, but like in the local theaters and whatnot, because I really enjoyed acting. Frankly, I don't love the fame of it. If I did, I'd live in Hollywood, California, and hang out with other actors and walk in. But I don't. I want to be a dad. I'm a dad. I want to be a dad and a husband and a person. Thank you. The fame for me it's less than ideal. So just keep focusing on what's going to make you happy, not on the outcome so much as as the process. So that would be my advice. Yeah, you got it. Apples.
I would say I'll give you an acting tip. as opposed to a philosophy about it, because I kind of echo what he says. And making sure you're doing it for the right reasons, not the wrong reasons, and I think then you'd be cool. However, acting, something that we run across a lot are people that over-rehearse, and they get too set in their performance before they even actually perform it. Don't get too set in the way you want to perform something. Allow yourself to be present and there and emotionally available for what the other actors are giving you and what the space is telling you.
We actually have a lot of people also, and we'll look at each other and be like, my God, because we'll have people, we'll do a scene and we're filming with somebody and it's our coverage first, so the cameras are facing us over their shoulders, and then when the camera goes to film them, they'll be worse. Like they'll kind of turn it on too much when they're on camera, and we'll be like, man, they were better during our coverage and during rehearsal because now the camera's on them and they change. So. As kind of
and I think that's applicable to a lot of different, I mean, even with music, like you guys can have something rehearsed and then you get out here on stage and the space and the crowd and the energy and all of a sudden it's like, Billy runs up and says, hey, you want to do Whitney Post? And I go, now? Yes, we do. Billy was emotionally available for that moment. I wasn't, but he got me there.
Our last question. It's going to be amazing.
Okay. If would the show be as successful had you two played the opposite character?
Well, first and foremost, you know that the original script for when Sam was Gary, he's like, I would love to have the sex. What was that show episode called? When I got body swap. Swap meet. The original script for Swap Meet, we swapped. The original script for Swap Meet, I actually played Dean and he played Sam for a part of it. Yeah. What?
Is that a Gilmore Girls script? I don't remember that.
No, because you didn't end up body swapping. I swapped with the high school.
Yes, with the kid.
I think the answer, in my opinion, is hell no. Yeah.
You're right.
I think people ask me often, actually, like, what's the secret? Like, how did you, 12 years, how's it? I don't know. There were so many parts. Y'all being equal parts to us, because we wouldn't have gotten here without you guys, and y'all wouldn't have gotten here without us, I suppose. But I think that we were properly cast. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can have all the right numbers for the lottery, but if they're not in the right order.
Las Vegas, Nevada, Jared and Jensen and Jared. So much fun. You're so freaking hot. You're sexy. God. Boy, if I can afford a photo op, I know. Smell this area right here, right around here. Real fresh. It's like a solid. You can hang Christmas ornaments on it. Bask in it, Bobby. Bask in it. You sure you hug Bobo when you see him walking down the hall? He smells like the boys. Bobo. You and I teamed up to make the television program we call Kings of Con. And in support of that show, we have finally gotten off our keisters and made some merch. Some I Heart Cock shirts. You've seen them around this weekend?
Why, Richard, my I Heart Cock shirt is signed by Misha Collins.
Why, I'm also fake surprised to see that my shirt is signed by Sebastian Roche. I think we should fold these up and go stick them somewhere in the pile in the merch room and let people buy them for pennies on the dollar. Why not?
I think that's a good idea.
We're stashing these in the piles, kids. Go get yourself some Kings of Con gear. Go get yourself some Loud and Swain albums.
Oh, I'm so glad you're finally going through puberty.
Robbie, I'll be honest. Time management's important. And I feel like there's no time like the present for these people to go check out their latest pack. Am I wrong?
Anyway.
And just a reminder, what's the name of the...
No time like the present. Okay. No time like the present.
So you're saying what I said earlier kind of matched.
Yeah, same thing. Every time. For weeks now. Same joke.
Do you think that your next album will be called My Friend Richard is an Ass Face?
That is the working title of our next project. We didn't know what it is, we just know we want to name it that.
If you make this joke again, so help me God, that's the name of the next album. Hold me back, boys, or I'll kill him.
That's right.
With the hit single, You're Eating a Microphone. Oh, trust me, you're eating a microphone.
In parentheses, no one can hear you.
All right, everybody, you're doing great. Us, not so much. But you guys, we're proud. Damn proud. You survived. We'll see you in a little bit. See you in a little bit.